You're listening to The Scrimmage with Daniel Hargrove and Justin Damasiewicz.
It's now time to send it to Justin's favorite part of the show.
Oh boy!
I'm not happy about it, but it's Stump Daniel.
We are going to stump Daniel today with some fun facts, me and ESPN Stats and Info.
Oh, okay.
Because
It's a
all
royal
of the
we.
information that I got for this one is trivia that came from the ESPN Stats and Info Twitter page. Don't even try to go look it up right now, Daniel. So this is a combination of NFL trivia from...
I think I broke my laptop.
NFL trivia from week 3 and a couple of things from the NBA going into the finals. Do you have a legal situation and need someone on your side? Let the law office of Jeffrey A. Damasiewicz be your advocate. If you've been the victim of medical malpractice, suffered a personal injury, or need representation with real estate law, small business law, or estate planning, let Jeff Damasiewicz put his 29 years of experience to work for you. Call Jeff Damasiewicz today at 360-612-3991 or visit damasiewiczlaw.com. That's DAMASIEWICZLAW.com. You ready for your first question, Daniel?
Sure.
I think you
just
have...
having to backspace all the random characters I typed into our show sheet.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
I think you have potential for 11 points here.
Uh-oh.
So you probably need to get at least like 8. But I do actually
I'm
think
gonna get 2.
these questions are all gettable. I think you have a decent chance to get an A.
Okay.
You could get 10 out of 11. I believe in you.
Uh-oh.
If you don't, you suck.
Lower my expectations here. Lower them.
The first question actually comes from a game that was near and dear to all of our hearts. The Seahawks game. The win over the Dallas Cowboys. So in that game, Dak Prescott passed for 472 yards, which made him only the third player in NFL history to pass for 450-plus yards in consecutive games. One player did it in 2019 and one player did it in 2018. Daniel, who are the two other players besides Dak Prescott who have passed for 450-plus yards in 2 consecutive games?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is not one of them. Barf. So you get an X there. One more guess.
450.
450-plus in consecutive games.
Yikes. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is not one of them.
Oh.
In 2019, Jameis Winston passed
my
for
gosh.
He was the NFL's passing yardage leader last year. I thought you might have gotten that. Also, in 2018, Ben Roethlisberger did it.
I was leaning towards Roethlisberger on my second one, and then I was just like, I like Drew Brees.
And I don't remember in 2018 if Roethlisberger led the league in passing. I remember that they abandoned the run and passed a buttload that year, and I think he threw for 5,000 yards. So
Yeah.
that was another one.
But doesn't Drew Brees throw for 5,000 like every year?
probably
For a while.
Yeah.
Also, just for an official note here, you officially cannot get an A anymore because you're over 2. All right. This one comes from the Colts game. Phillip Rivers threw his 400th.
There you go.
That was a tough word for me. 400th career touchdown pass on Sunday. He is the 6th player to reach that mark. Who are the other 5? You should be able to get all 5 of them. You get 1 point if you get all 5.
I get 1 if I get all 5?
Because it's easy. You should be able to get these. The 5 players in
have-
NFL history who have thrown more touchdown passes than Phillip Rivers.
Which is 400.
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is the first one. He is the NFL all-time leader.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is second.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is third. There's 2 other quarterbacks on this list.
Oh, boy.
Right now, everyone listening to the show is going, Daniel, how are you missing this? It's...
Dan Marino?
Dan Marino is the 5th one. There's a player in between Peyton Manning and Dan Marino. Dan Marino, by the way, threw 420 career touchdown passes, so Rivers needs 20 more to catch him.
You know, I really start to hate this music after a while.
Yeah, I like it. I'm really enjoying it.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is correct.
Yes!
Daniel, you got him. You got a point. You're on the board. You got all 5.
I'm so
Drew
glad.
Brees-
I almost said John Elway.
In order, it is Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Dan Marino. Okay, you are 1 out of 3 so far. Here's your next question. Josh Allen now has 19 career rushing touchdowns. That's the second most by a quarterback in his first 3 seasons in NFL history. What quarterback holds the record for most rushing touchdowns in their first 3 seasons in NFL history?
Michael Vick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd get this one. It's Cam Newton. Michael Vick was more of a yardage rusher, but he did run a lot. Cam Newton was more of a touchdown scorer.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed in yourself for not
I
getting
am.
that? Okay. I'm also disappointed in you for not getting
Because
that.
I'm a Cam guy.
You,
Or I was.
You are now 1 for 4. I said you could have gotten an A. I'm sorry I showed so much confidence in you. Next question. This is you got possible 3 points on this, okay? And the phrasing on this question is a little weird. So if you need clarification, feel free to ask. 3 top wide receivers missed their team's Week 3 games due to injury. Each is leading the NFL in a major receiving stat category since 2016. 1 in receptions, 1 in yards, 1 in touchdowns. Which receivers are they? So 3 separate receivers are leading the NFL in a major stat category since 2016. All 3 of them missed their team's games this week. Who
This
are the
week?
Yep. And this is 3 potential points. I split these up because it's a little tougher. So what player since 2016 has the most receptions in the NFL that didn't play this week?
Antonio Brown?
It is not Antonio Brown. That's a terrible guess. He's not missing a game due to injury.
Oh, due to injury.
The answer, obviously, to that one is Michael Thomas. You missed it. Congratulations. Which player who missed his team's game in Week 3 is leading the NFL in receiving yards since 2016?
I don't know who all these... if they're hurt.
You're gonna have to roll with it. You're gonna have to guess. Who do you think, if you were to guess, is leading the NFL in receiving yards since 2016?
My first... Julio Jones?
It is Julio Jones. You got one.
I didn't know he was
NFL
hurt.
Yeah, he missed the Falcons game this week. Okay, the next player. Leading the NFL in receiving touchdowns since 2016 did not play in the Sunday night game.
In the Sunday night game?
Yeah, I'm giving you a hint.
Yeah, you did. And
Do you remember who's playing in the Sunday night game? Because we just talked about it right before we went on air.
I can't remember who you were talking about. Oh, wait. Was it? No. I can't remember who was in the Sunday night game. Receiving touchdowns?
Receiving touchdowns.
This is so bad.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm really enjoying this music bed that we have going on here. When you hear the music bed really well, that means Daniel is really struggling. And sometimes when Daniel's really struggling to come up with an answer, I like to just talk and filibuster for him. And sometimes I just go silent.
Wait a second. No.
You can't see it on the video right now. If you're Daniel is leaning his face on his microphone screen. So if watching him or listening to him flail isn't difficult enough, like his nose is all twisted and pressed up against the microphone screen, which makes this additionally difficult to watch.
Who was it? Who played?
I don't know, but you got to guess somebody.
Oh, this is so painful.
More painful for you than it is for me. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Andrew, how are you doing?
Well, I'm enjoying the Stump Daniel, but I'm looking at lists of Seahawk injuries and getting depressed.
Okay. Andrew's
all right.
distracted.
I'll take the loss, but can you tell me who was playing tonight?
Yes. It was the Saints and the Packers.
Packers.
So obviously,
Devontae Adams.
It's obviously Devontae Adams, but you got to take the L.
I'm taking the L. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so right now you have 2 right and 5 wrong.
Typical.
Here's a chance for you to get 3 points. We're shifting from NFL to NBA.
I'll try and be quicker this time.
LeBron James
Oh, LeBron.
is the 4th player in NBA history to reach the finals at least 10 times. Who are the other 3 players?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell is 1.
10 times?
10 times.
Holy smokes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Larry Bird.
That is not correct. Larry Bird did not reach the NBA. I think he reached 8 times. But I'd have to go verify that.
10 times.
You keep going quiet right before the pong pong ping part.
Let's go with. It's gonna be something stupid like.
It's gonna be something stupid like what, Daniel?
I don't know. 10 times is a lot.
It is a lot. I think I broke him, Andrew.
I'm broken.
After this segment is over, are you going to be able to recover and do the rest of the show?
I don't know. This is miserable. Shaquille O'Neal.
That is not correct. That's a terrible guess. Okay, Daniel, you got one more guess.
I have another guess.
Yeah, well, there's 3 answers, and you've guessed twice.
I've guessed 3 times.
Who was your second guess?
Larry Bird.
Oh, boy.
At least I can count to 3.
Fair. You're right.
Who's stumping
You know what?
now?
I'm going to give you another point because I forgot how to count. All right. The answers are Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Oh.
and Sam Jones. I don't know how you didn't get that one. Sam Jones.
Oh, Sam Jones.
Played with Bill Russell on the Celtics in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
5-time All-Star. Can't believe you didn't get that.
Jabbar would have been a good guess.
I kind of feel like you should have got it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I went into this confident that you were going to be able to get these answers, and right now you have 4. Okay.
Have you not? Never mind.
One last question. This star Eastern Conference player has shot 0 for 13 in the first quarter of his last 3 games, including 0-5 in Game 6 on Sunday. This star Eastern Conference player has shot 0 for 13 in the first quarter of his last 3 games, including 0 for 5 in Game 6 on Sunday.
And I'm supposed to get this on one guess?
Yes!
That would mean that I was paying attention to a random Eastern Conference game.
You actually don't really have to pay attention to the random Eastern Conference games if you, like, randomly pulled up Twitter or Facebook or listened to, like, SportsCenter or something.
I'm on Facebook fairly regularly. Twitter, no. I
This
really need to start listening to a national sports radio show.
This is high profile that this guy has struggled early in the last few games.
I thought you said fourth quarter.
First quarter.
First quarter. Jimmy Butler?
It is not Jimmy Butler.
Is
That's a
it-
terrible guess.
Is it Jason Tatum?
It is Jason Tatum. Why didn't you guess that first?
Because I had 2 options. The star from each team. I had no clue which one it was. I just thought that if it was a big story, then it would be one of those guys.
Well, let's see here, Daniel. You got 1, 2, 3. You got 1 bonus point, so you got 4 correct. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrong. So you're 4 for 12, which is 33%, which for those of you who are scoring at home, even if you're grading on a curve, is an F for failure.
Or a dang good batting average. Andrew, turn off that music. I've never been so upset with it in my life. That...
Thank you, Andrew.